women letting their self-worth be based on how they look. And I've spoken about before how, I be feeling sorry for women out there that do I it depends on who it is, but basically feeling sorry for them in the terms of, damn, like, what are you gonna do when you're no longer attractive if you live to see that? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do, what are you gonna do when you're no longer irrelevant? You don't even have to not be attractive. You see on the internet, there are people that be like, oh, she's hit the wall, and they hit 30 or whatever that number is. Guys look at you a different type of way. Women probably look at you a different type of way. Women feel terrible about certain stuff. Unfortunately, I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians when I was younger, and I don't know if it was like earlier on, but a little bit earlier on, there was an episode where Kim was really distraught, because she was turning 30 and stuff like that. Like, it's a big thing because they know that if you base your value off of how you look and you starting to get older, you're going to start getting that worry. You're going to start getting that fear because you know that you're not going to be as relevant anymore. And there's new women that are out looking better, badder. The genetic pool is getting all mixed up, whatever the case is. They getting these different traits and whatever the case is. And now you wondering and you worrying about this and the third, because guys are like that. And so I tell people to be in a relationship where it's actually loyalty, like, and it's based off what's inside of you versus just what's on outside of you. Like, yes, of course there's lust and attracting the type. That's how people get together. But just like anything that is healthy for you, good for you, you can overdo it. You can overdo that thing and make it toxic for you. So let's see what this guy has to say. I just ran across this video. Alpha Keys Boxing. I guess he has like a boxing situation club, or he just said he a personal trainer. I was just watching it a little bit, but here we go.
Peace. What's good, gang? You already know what it is.
Oh, and all praises to the Most High, of course. Of course, on this channel, we talk about reality, not religion, and creating a relationship with the Most High.
This is me, Alpha Keys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, show your love and support, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's make this channel grow. So let's jump straight into this, man. Women value their looks over their being, over their personality, over their mind, man. And the reason why I say this, because as a personal trainer, I come across a lot of women who put emphasis on their looks, more than their mind. They want a body. They tell me they want a body that a man could look at. You know what I'm saying? So their main thing is attraction, you know what I'm saying, and the looks and how her curves hit, you know what I'm saying. They want an ass or whatever. So they want you to cherish them for their body, not their mind. And that says a lot, because her body can be bad, but she can be a fucking bird brain. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we see in society a lot, man.
And I just want to piggyback off of that as a woman's perspective, but not only this woman, but a woman of God. And for starters, there's a reason why that happens, though. Okay, there's a reason why that happens. I don't know what he about to get into this, but I just wanted to say this real quick. They don't do it just because there's no reaction. Okay, they don't do it just because it's just because there are men out here. It's men. Okay, like, it's both of us, both sides, but the music videos, they're geared towards men. When these rappers, they have their Lambos in the back, a wad of cash, and they got they line up in the back of women. They doing it for men. Flexing, that's for men too. Like, a lot of men do, like, they be turning up and down, like, whatever cases, but a lot of men are low key, high key, in a sense, feminine, because that's something that's not, you're not seeing yourself as absolute. You having to prove yourself to other people. And then on top of that, in the music industry, that's why they do it, so that they could get the views up. They know that, yeah, a man rapping or whatever, yeah, his bars, yeah. But what about the girl in the back, though? That's why women do it. They see what y'all men are looking at. They see who they're going for. They in the friend group, the girls, they could be whatever the case is. For example, like you said, a body, a big butt. It don't matter what a girl look like. And I literally have worked with many men, and that's what I'm just saying, based on reality. That's what I talk about on this channel. Is just the facts of the situation. It is what it is. But a woman that has a big butt, they don't matter what they look like, they're going to get attention, period. Okay, so that's why they are fiending for it. Why, if that's the case, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these women got enhancements in their butt. Look at Ice Spice. She was well, as far as I'm concerned, she was naturally built like that. But now that she lost weight, I see men in the comments. Like, I don't look for this stuff. It just be popping up on my feed, and I'll happen to see it. The men are saying she fell off now. What's going on with her? Oh, she must be on drugs. I mean, I don't know. They all are on drugs. Don't you see them smoking and doing all this in the booty videos, whatever cases? They live their lifestyle, whatever. But that's why. Like, it's not, oh, she went to go work out and she got fit or whatever the case is. No, she on drugs, man. She fell off. Like, this is from men. So it's like, there's a reason for this. But let's see what you about to say.
Man, women putting so much value on their body than their mind. They don't want to develop their mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be on a spiritual path. They don't want to be in their divine femininity. You know what I'm saying? They put more emphasis on looking good, going to the salon, going to the nail salon, and they think that's what we look for. But as a man, as a high value man, as they say, or as a man with intelligence, we look for what's up top. You know what I mean? Intelligent man, high value man look for what's on her mental. You know, how is she? You know what I'm saying? What's her personality about? Then comes later the attraction thing. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, we could see a woman that's highly attractive, but her personality is some shit.
And I just want to add that a lot of y'all women try to please the masses and try to, instead of trying to attract a good quality man, but y'all for real need to be seeking the Most High first and foremost.
And then it turns off the attraction.
Um, Not that last part. I would say, like, I mean, he's a man. He gonna say, he obviously that's how he thinks. Whatever. Most of these men, like, to say that, most of these men aren't like that. Like, and then let's be honest, when you go outside and you look at somebody, you are looking at them first. It is what it is. Like I said, I don't necessarily think lust is a bad thing in terms of, wait, that's how you meet somebody, you see them, you're attracted to them. Because we don't always get, especially today when everybody's in their phones, we don't always get the opportunity to be like, to converse with somebody. You know what I'm saying? We don't always get the opportunity to be like, hey, I'm picking his brain right now. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? In situations like, let's say you doing Uber or stuff like that, like I do Uber, that's when you get to talk to people and people get to know you. And especially, and that's a very interesting scenario, being in an Uber with somebody, because you're not necessarily like looking at them face to face, for real, at least that, like, as far as like I'm concerned. Especially the driver, you're looking forward or whatever the case is. You might look to the side a little bit here and there, but y'all not really looking at each other. That's when you really could get a chance to really talk to somebody, if you're going to talk to somebody, and see if y'all vibe out. But even that isn't always like a thing, because there's people that just want to get from point A to point B, which is totally understandable. As a driver, I love that. Like, but at the same time, you're not going to always get that opportunity to talk to people. Even when I was, like I said, doing Uber, that is when I've gotten the most opportunity to really just be talking to people, just be talking to people, just be talking to people, just be talking to people. It's like there's people that they're go in your car, and you could just feel the energy, like they want to talk. Because again, I don't talk unless the person is talking, because some people are weird. But it's like, you gotta like really peep, like, that's not the case in most scenarios. And look who is famous. Somebody's giving these people likes. Somebody's watching these people music videos. Somebody's giving them money. Like, I mean, you hear their music on the whatever the case. It's because of the way they look. A lot of people say Ice Spice rose to fame. They be wondering why. I mean, all of it sound like trash to me. The same generic thing, basic, nothing like that's surprising me. Even with Nicki Minaj, I years ago I had saw a snippet of a documentary, and there was this producer who was looking at her, and what caught his eye about her wasn't when she was opening her mouth, wasn't when she was spitting lyrics. And not saying that she can't spit or whatever the case is, no, okay, but he looked at her curves. That's specifically, she had got surgery, because before she wasn't like that. But then and I remember telling somebody this, and they got defensive about it. but it's the truth. Like that's what it is. Like she wouldn't have gotten all of those things. These women, and then a lot of times people don't even know that those women do be bleaching too, lightening their skin to also be more favorable in the eye of the public, which is primarily men that are feeding, and then the women that are feeding off of them are the ones that want to be them. Because honestly, even the whole cooking with Kaya situation where, oh, women are mad, I got confused. I'm like, yo, why y'all mad when all these girls, all these rappers, they've been on the same frequency on some take your man type stuff, but just because they not always saying it or whatever the case is, or they, which they do, and they are putting y'all in a situation where they'll push in the singlehood of women, but at the same breath having they man and whatever the case is, they are on that same type of time of, oh, well, I could take your man, because that's what they want to do. They want your man to be looking at them. They want to be on high. If they want to come through, and they want to be able to select whomever they want to select. They want to be on top. They want to be seen. They want to. It's all about attention, right? So I don't completely agree with, oh, we don't look at, no, you. I mean, he's saying high value men. I'm thinking that, a man who understands God, who has wisdom from God, like I can't, I'm just coming at, who am I? I'm just a woman, you know what I'm saying? But a man who understands God, to me, that is a man of the most high. That is a man that's high. Okay. But it just depends on what type level. But even, like we're still feel fall short at the end of the day. You see an attractive woman, you're gonna see an attractive woman. But if you're saying that as far as like seeing the woman first, speaking to her first, and then then it'll turn you off or whatever, because with those men, there's a lot of men that'll still mess with those girls, but then only use them as a side piece or whatever cases, which is still in itself not conducive for you. It's not a good thing for you. If you look at that Bible verse, where it's better to be in the middle of a desert essentially than to be with a contentious woman. Like the women be holding a lot of men back. Just how Satan will put a relationship in front of a woman to throw her off from her past. Satan does the same thing with men. And a lot of these women are going to be a lot of y'all men's downfall. Because at the end of the day, beauty is vain. Eventually, depending on when Jesus come back, our flesh is going, we gonna end up being maggot food. We gonna end up, you know what I'm saying? So would you rather live your life basing your whole entirety of your value on how you look? And that is fleeting, especially if you're a woman out here, you wearing makeup every day, you doing drugs, you getting these plastic surgeries and stuff like that. That has an effect on your skin tissue. Like there's so many different bleaching that has a definite effect on aging, because you're messing with your melanin. If you're a black woman out there, you're messing with that. The melanin that's in our skin, it literally helps us to not age as fast. We literally age slower. So you messing with all of that, and you already had some great things to work with. And that's why a lot of women are coming out carbon copies of each other. Like it's not no real originality, and people are starting to look the same. And as an artist myself, it's very disheartening, because it's like you get bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just like men, they get bored too. Like, so you basing your value off your looks, and yeah, you could be the baddest thing, but you still gonna look the same for a minute. They could be tired of, filet mignon, and they want some grilled salmon. Like, I hate to say it like that, but that's what a lot of men, especially men that are in their flesh, that don't have that much discipline, that don't really understand, or that have that God's understanding, they will move on or cheat or whatever eventually.
That's how we operate, you know. So we have women out here that try to that think they can entice or attract just through looks alone, and that doesn't hold no weight. That doesn't hold no value, because
Don't.
over time, and a woman starts to lose some of those beautiful attributes. You know what I'm saying? But what's lasting is what's in her mind, what's in her heart. How is she as a wife? How is she as a mother? Modern day society, women don't cherish that. They don't cherish their personality, their mothering skills, their wifely duties. They think they just have to look good and everything will be delivered on a silver platter, and it don't work like that. So when I was talking to uh, the individual, I said she was like, she's like, I want to ask that, what I'm saying, that attracts men. I was like, listen, so you want a man that value you for your body and not your mind? She paused because it made her think. You know what I'm saying? It sparked the brain cell. So I went further in there to
Your
break it
brain
down and
cell.
tell her that, look, if you find a man that's basically attracted to you just for your body, then he's on a lower realm. He's in his lower self. You know what I'm saying? He's in the physical realm. And then if he's in the physical realm, you're just you're only viable as you look. You know what I'm saying? You have enough. So she started to understand that as I was teaching her and breaking down the science of that, she started to understand what I was saying. But it's just sad, man, that we live in a society, man, that cherish looks over the personality. Now, I get it. You don't want to be sleeping with a woman that's 300 pounds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want a woman that's healthy. You know what I mean? And health wise, you want a woman that works out and take care of herself. But most importantly, you want a woman that you can communicate with, that a woman that knows how to love you. You know what I'm saying? That
And that's true. It's good to have, what you want. You want a certain woman or whatever the case is. You want a certain man, fit, healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like people that say, "Oh, that's fat shaming. That's fat shaming." Like those are really not your friends. Okay? People that will egg you on even though you're unhealthy, even though there aren't too many obese older people. Like that's a sign. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being attractive. God created beauty. Like a lot of these people that are hype off of beauty and to the point where they put it on a pedestal and worship it instead of worshiping the most high who created it, who everything good comes from. It's ironic because the very thing that the people, Instagram models and stuff like that, and the flexers, all of that's online, that are putting money on a pedestal, the very thing that they love comes from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they're holding on to it so much that once it slips out of their hands and they realize the impact, the very thing that they want, that they should have been wanting was God, and everything good thing gets stripped away from them, they're gonna be sick. Okay. And you don't want to end up like that. You don't. Ironically, the very thing that they love, they loving what God created without even knowing they loving what God created. That is from God. No, Satan is just using this stuff. He ain't create none of this stuff. He don't have no new. There is. It's not. That's not how it works. God created it all. Of course, go to the gym, work on yourself, clear your skin, be the best you. You be like that's confidence, being beautiful, being handsome, that's godly, yes. But to make it your life, to make that be the reason that you are to be respected, it's sad. That is a sad existence, because eventually, no matter how much skin routining you doing or whatever the case, eventually you're gonna get older in this world. Okay, because the wages of sin is like, you know what I'm saying, like sin ages you, and nobody is perfect. Only God, only God, his son, the Holy Spirit, that he is perfect. God is perfect. Thank you, Jesus. It's just like it's just wild because you putting that on your head, like you putting on that on your head, like that's how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. Love, what is going on inside? What do you like to do? What are your talents? What did God gift you with besides to shaking your ass? Besides putting your tongue out on the gram like a snake, cause all that stuff gotta be saved for you and your hubby. Okay, you and the man, your man. That's bedroom stuff. But these people are married to the world. That's why their bedroom is on full display. But you gonna see these women that like the devil is slithering. He's slithering. Like I've heard his voice before. It's very. very dry, red, snake like, angry, okay? And then I heard God's voice, like, just wondrous, really like many waters. And it's sad. The thing that I care about the most is the girls growing up. Cause I was a little girl. I'm not perfect. I was a little girl once, and the jealousy, the pain, the hurt, the abandonment, the loneliness, it just was painful, very painful to grow up and you don't even know, yo, you should be so confident. You wasn't supposed to be introduced to that stuff. But it happened. Why? Because we in a spiritual war, y'all. So yeah.
That value you, you know what I'm saying, that's educated, and she's not just educated far as, you know what I mean, the school, college system and all of that, but she's educated on a higher level, on a spiritual level, you know what I mean? So she's in tune with her divine femininity, you know what I'm saying? She's in tune with her higher power, her higher self, or whatever the case may be.
So I'm not talking about no like I don't know what type time that he on, as far as, because like I said on this channel, we talk about, the most high reality situation. I'm very careful about, because there's a lot of new age stuff that copies off of the Bible. But as far as I'm concerned, what I'm talking about is creating a relationship with the most high, creating a relationship with him. Okay. Yes, being feminine, being submissive, knowing the line, because it's a line of, there's an order to things, and a lot of women don't want to take that as what it is. I mean, yeah, so I'm always very careful because I don't know what spirit is in everybody. I'm not saying that. I'm just hearing something that this man got to say about being in the gym and dealing with women, being a personal trainer, okay? And how these women are, like, that's on here. Seek the most high. That's how you get the truth. That's how you get the answers. And that's what I talk about on this channel. Value your virtue
And stuff like that. So, what these women these days in America is learning is to cultivate man through looks, to reel them in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the same thing with bait and hook. If a fish sees the bait and the bait is colorful, it's moving around and thing like that, the fish gonna attack the bait and get himself caught up. So don't get caught up. We as men have to teach women that what we cherish and honor most is your mental state. You know what I'm saying? The way you carry yourself and your personality.
That's why there's like a lot of men that are complaining about their baby moms, but at the end of the day, you chose your baby mom. That's why I like men that let like your girl dress any type of way going out, like a red flag. And this is coming from a woman, and because I've had many different women that were friends or whatever the case is. They, if your woman like is going out, like we could be running late, and they gotta get their face. They have to beat their face. They have to, whatever the case is. That's a red flag, because you those what I'm telling you, those women be trying to just get attention from other men. Even if they in a relationship with you, they still trying to get validation from other men. The woman that he's talking about in this video, those are the type of women, they want that big butt, they want that body, they want the men to look at them. So even when they get into that relationship, they still desire the validation from other men. So what's the point of even having a man that you in a relationship with? What's the point? That's why I tell, women, out there, value your virtue. Like, yeah, look your best, that you to be the healthiest as you could be, but spiritually, this matters even more. But you shouldn't want a man who only wants you because you got a big butt. There's plenty of big butts out there, and you'd be surprised. Okay, he could like big butts, but he can also like little butts. He could also like this. He could also like that. There's women out there that are very cocky, that think, oh, because I'm light skinned and I got a big butt or whatever the case is, my man can't ever cheat because he got what he wanted. No, men that are that base, that are weak to their flesh and base women value off of attractiveness, they're always going to be searching and looking for more. If you notice that about people who worship vanity, they can't, that nothing is never enough. For example, women that do surgery, they might get a nip tuck here, they might get a little, fat transfer on their ass, but then they like, damn, yo, well, my nose or damn, well, yo, my I could do that contouring or whatever, or damn, I could get it a little bit bigger, or damn, I could get that tattoo on it and make it more this, or damn, I could. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. You gonna be chasing, chasing, chasing until you can't feel the emptiness inside of you with nothing. You still empty. You wondering, yo, why am I still empty? I'm in this relationship with this guy. He got 100,000 followers. He got this. He got that. I got this. I got the surgery. What you gonna call it? My joint look right because I went to one of them doctors who really know how to do that, John. Like make it look natural. Why do I still feel empty? But on that note, value your virtue. Value your virtue. That's not just your virginity, but just the virtues, being a woman that's long suffering, that's just a good woman that worships the Lord. Virtues that aren't being honored today. Like there's no shame. Like let's bring back honor. Let's bring back shame. Let's bring back patience, long suffering. Let's bring back that aspect of things, because that's what a lot of kids aren't getting taught. They're not getting taught that. That's why you got these girls out here, and it's easy to feel that way. Oh man, men are paying attention to me, sweetie. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not worth as much as you think. Yeah, you want to get your husband's attention. Yes, of course. But they don't like you because of you. They like you because of what you can do for them, how you could please them. You'll notice the difference between a man who you lay up with, if that's the route that you go down, how they treat you during that encounter, versus a man, if you ever experienced that actually loves you, that's gentle with you, that cares about you being pleased as well, that cares about any of it. But I hope that you are going on to the mission that God has given you and you are seeking the Most High with all your heart. Godspeed.